monster walk. All right, monster walk is an excellent way to activate and even to bring awareness to these lateral hip muscles that are so important for walking. Healthy walking gait. Need to recruit these guys and build some strength there. Monster walk can be a little bit tricky for people. So one nice way to introduce monster walk is with pendulum. You can call it pendulum. And so I'll just show you that one first. So we can start with our feet a little bit wide. So key things here, weight is still back in our heels. Our feet are parallel. And we're just going to start to kind of keep our feet the same width apart, but just kind of, as I'm coming up on my right leg here, I'm using these lateral hip muscles. I'm actually using the same muscles to hold this left leg out where it is. So really waking these guys up. Trying to keep those feet pointed forward. Now as those lateral hip muscles fatigue, your feet are going to want to point outward like mine are right now, and that's those big helpful quads taking over. So we want to keep those feet pointed forward and just get that those muscles woken up and getting them developing some strength and endurance there. Okay, great. So we can shake that out. Monster walk is similar in a way, but however, there's some important differences from pendulum. So with monster walk, we're going to start in our stance with our feet pelvis width apart, weight back in our heels, feet pointing forward, edges parallel there. And the big difference from pendulum is we're not going to see this sort of tipping and teetering of the upper body, but rather trying to keep that upper body moving, sort of gliding across here as we lift the 1 foot step wide, landing with our feet pelvis width all the time, keeping those feet pointed forward all the time, and trying to keep those shoulders parallel to the floor all the time. So we're trying to avoid this teetering here. We're trying to avoid, I'm doing all the bad things now with my feet turned out and my shoulders teetering here. So let's get it under control. Feet are pointed forward, weight is back in your heels, and we're trying to keep control there as we move from side to side. And just like that pendulum, you're going to really start to feel those lateral hip muscles waking up, turning on, getting strong here. And you can simply repeat this, feeling those muscles engage. Once you get a little more proficient at that, if you were to want to add, you could use something like this around your shins, or something like this around your thighs. So the thigh version here is sort of the next level here. So this is not much of a resistance band, but you get the idea. So tying that around your thighs, and then just giving that little bit of extra resistance as you go from side to side in that monster walk. Toes always pointed forward, shoulders staying level, gliding your way side to side. All right, and if you are wanting something beyond that, like I said, this is an official monster band, and we can just step into that. Placing that around our shins, setting up in our stance, and that is significantly more effort there. Getting those abductors working, those outer hip muscles, pulling that leg away. And you're kind of resisting as well. You're not just letting this leg snap in, right? So you're stepping and with control performing that movement. So So there you have it, several levels of the monster walk.